Hello everyone, it is Wednesday. That means it's time for another Facebook Live. I'm still trying to get used to this 4 o'clock time. I am going to share this link over to my business page, and that way if anybody's looking for me there, they can find me. So that will give you all a minute to come find this video. All right. Just takes me a minute to go do this. Hey, Khaki. All right. There we go. All right, almost there. Okay, if you are new to my Facebook Live, I come to you pretty much every Wednesday, and we make something fun. And then the next week, I give away whatever we made on Facebook Live. So last week, grab it real quick, we made this cue card. I copied it from the catalog, but just changed the colors. And so I will tell you at the end who won that. And I have some more cards with this suite that I'll show you at the end of the video also. The other thing I want to be sure you know, I'm getting back over to where I was on my laptop, is that on my blog, shortly after the video, I will post the dimensions for this card. So if you want to make this or something similar to it, all the dimensions will be on my blog. All right, let me get back over here. We're almost ready. So today we are using, so I had a class with this Monday night with this suite, and everybody that was in the class got a package of paper, a thing of ribbon, and the bee trinkets, these little bees, for the class. So it's what I call a product class. So you pay for the product, and then I design and cut your paper for you for 4 cards. So this is the bundle we use, Delightful Wishes. So it's got some nice floral. It's got some good sentiments. The dies are a lot of fun. Let me show you those. Try not to lose any. So you have some that cut out the stamped images, and you have some that you can build flowers with. And then this just cuts out flowers or designs as a whole into your cardstock. And I'll show you a card we made with that. And then you have a branch. This is a nice label. And then these two die cut the word wishing. You can tell I've been using these because they're not sticking anymore. So this bigger one will die cut the stamped image, or this one will die cut the word wishing, and then you can mat it or surround it with that one. And then this cuts out these flowers. So some really fun dies, and I think I have cards that use all of them, or almost all of them anyway, so you can see how they look. And then the paper that goes with it. So this is the paper everyone got in class Monday night. Beautiful, bright, cheery, great paper to be using right now while it's kind of dreary outside or cold. It's been very cold here, but beautiful, floral, bright, cheery paper. And on the back, Stampin' Up! Is very good about, like, the front will be an image that really coordinates with the stamp set, but then the back will just be a generic pattern that you could use for anything. So really fun. And then there is another paper that goes with it, and this is a vellum paper. Now, they didn't get this in class because I try to keep the classes not too expensive. I did use some of it on one card, but there are 3 different, let me just pull them out, patterned papers. So you have this one that's white with the yellow flowers. And you have this one that is Pool Party, so it coordinates with the other paper. And there's one more. Yep, here it is. And then you have a blue gingham. Oh, come here. So these are vellum, but they coordinate with the suite also. So really pretty. We're not using the vellum on this card, but we are using some of the designer series paper. This green behind it is also designer series paper. And you can see these are some of the dies from the set. So let's get started. We will do our stamping first. So this is Daffodil Delight. Oh, here, and I thought I had all my stamps ready, but I did not. So we need the wishing, excuse me, and the you a happy birthday. Let me grab a couple of blocks. There's our wishing and our happy birthday. And I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. Hey, Rebecca. These are photopolymer, and it just helps it stamp a little bit better. So I have my old olive. And we'll stamp our wishing. I think I need to re-ink this pad, so I'm going to try and get it inked up well. And we're going to stamp it kind of at an angle like this. There we go. Yeah, I could probably use a re-inking. And then our you a happy birthday, we'll stamp along the bottom. All right, there we go. Now, before we put anything else together, I have my two designer series paper. And so we're going to grab my, where I put it over here. Here it is. I did have my adhesive ready. So for me, it's easier rather than running adhesive all the way across the back of this strip. I just run it on my card front. That way I know it's going to stick the whole way across, but I don't have adhesive hanging out over the edges of it. And we'll do the same thing here. And I just butted those up right against each other. And you just want to make sure they're hanging off both sides. And then grab your scissors, your snips, your paper snips, and just trim those off. Go. There we go. And our trash out of the way. So now this is what we have. Again, before we put anything else together, now there is some ribbon that goes with this suite. It's the narrow Daffodil Delight. But when I was ordering for class, that wasn't available. So I got this gold woven open weave trim. So I don't know if you can see that. It reminds me, somebody mentioned this in class Monday night. We had some silver that was similar to this at Halloween that was supposed to look kind of like spider webs. It reminds me of that. So you're just going to lay that across like that. And then I like to just take some Scotch tape. You can use Terran tape. And just adhere it to the back. Now I'm going to turn this back over and make sure I have it still where I want it. And I maybe should have cut that a little bit longer, it looks like. Because that doesn't want to. See if we can convince it to fold over a little bit. All right, there we go. So I'll increase the measurement on my blog for that, so you've got plenty. All right, now we're ready to put the rest of it together. This is Lemon Lolly. So it's a lighter yellow. And then this is a piece of the Designer Series paper. Where do you suppose my flowers are? Maybe they're stuck in my envelope. And I put this all the way to the left against that edge. There they are. They got stuck in the, whoa, that was close, in the envelope. So I just cut out the background in Lemon Lolly, and this is actually peach pie. And you probably can't tell on my card because it never shows up very well on camera, but I put Wink of Stella on the peach pie just because Wink of Stella is magic and I love it. So I just colored the whole peach pie piece with Wink of Stella. And I'll show you, we did a different flower where we die cut this in class Monday night, and we colored the top, oh, I missed a spot. We colored the top with the peach pie blend, and that made it a darker color than the base, so it showed off. Now, I have finally decided that these two match up. So that's the way I've been putting it together. Because it took me a while. In class Monday night, I was like, just however it fits. And I don't think it has to be exact. It's meant to be kind of artistic, so. But I'm just going to take, this is almost out, so I have to be careful. When it's almost out, it either doesn't come out or it comes out in a glob often. So we're just going to put some liquid glue. Find my match again and match those two up and hold it for just a minute. So I didn't figure that out before I made this card, so it's not matching up like this one is, and I like the way that looks better. Again, I think you can turn it about any way and it would be fine. All right, let's put this piece on our card base now. And then this guy, grab some dimensionals. Put him up on dimensionals. And he just goes right in there. And now we need our bees. No, let's see if it tells me there's 40 bees in here. I've used a bunch. I like to just put these on with a little bit of liquid glue. So I just put a little dot wherever I want my bee to be. And then take your pick tool is fantastic for these. So that little putty end just picks up a bee. You just have to kind of hold it for a second. One there. And whoops, come here. And one more there. And there we go. I'm going to close this up before I lose the rest of my bees. And that is it. That is our card. Isn't that fun? Yeah, you still really can't see that Wink of Stella very well. All right, so next week somebody will win this card. Let me show you some other cards I've made with this set. So this is one from class. So this is the wishing that you can cut out the word. And then this, maybe hard to tell, that is die cut out of the white, and then you're seeing the green coming through. So it just die cuts those shapes out of there. And then that's the label, that die that comes with it. This is another one from class. So this is the vellum. And actually, if we had put the bees on before we adhered this to the white, we could have put little dots of glue behind it. What I did was I put the pool party, attached it to the vellum, and then put adhesive behind that on the vellum, because you have to be a little bit careful with vellum because your adhesive can show through it. So we could have put a glue dot or something behind, and I could still stick one under there and hold that down, but it's not going to fall off. There's that ribbon again. This one I just used a bunch of the designer series paper, just put little squares of that and then stamped the wishing. This one we doubled the ribbon, folded it in half so it was a little bit narrower and not so wide, and lots of bees on that one. And then the last one from class, this is where we colored the, these are both peach pie, but we colored this one with the dark blend. No, this is not the one I did. Sorry. This is one I got in a swap. I was like, I don't remember doing that. This is one I got in a swap. I don't know who made it, but that's not one I did. Sorry. This is the one we did in class. I was like, that doesn't look right. We colored this with the peach pie, the top layer with the peach pie, dark peach pie blend. So that made it stand out a little bit. And then this is designer series paper behind there. And then Daffodil Delight, I think. Yeah. And then we stamped and die cut that one. And then here we stamped part of the word and die cut it and then just trimmed off the end of it so we could just say wish. And more bees. And then the final one, this is the ribbon that goes with the suite. I had some. I'm not sure if it's available yet or when it's supposed to be available, but it was not available when I was ordering for class. So that's all the cards with that suite. I have had a lot of fun playing with it. Next week, somebody will win this card. Last week, I made this card, and the winner of this one is Debbie. So I will get that to Debbie. And next week, somebody will win this one. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next Wednesday. If I remember right, I have an appointment next Wednesday at 4 or 4:15, so I'll probably have to do this at 3, but I'll be sure and announce it on Facebook what time it will be. So I think it may be a little bit earlier next Wednesday. All right. I will see you then. Bye.